A drama-filled weekend for the WNBA. We were talking about this at the end of last hour with what happened on Saturday. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor.
Reflecting back on Caitlin Clark's rookie season, I have honestly never seen a company fumble the bag so hard like the WNBA fumbled Caitlin Clark.
Can you believe that Caitlin Clark is being jeered for breaking records? Yes, you read correctly. The rookie phenom just broke Alyssa Thomas's single-season assist record, and instead of receiving applause, she received jeers. What's going on here? Let's explore the drama that has the WNBA buzzing and discover why some people are offended by Clark's success.
But with the Indiana Fever's season ending last night, it was such a bittersweet end to a phenomenal rookie season that Caitlin Clark had. And it honestly got me to just reflecting on this season. And it sucks that so much of it was riddled with so much drama and so much negativity and so many mishaps that the WNBA had throughout the entire season.
Imagine this. Clark is smashing records with every pass she makes on the court, but rather than receiving applause, she receives alcohol. It's like watching a movie where the hero is criticized for saving the day, isn't it?
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark, but a member of the Chicago Sky, the national title winner at LSU, and she talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin Clark.
We're going to explain that there's more to this tale than simply basketball prowess. We're talking about appending the entire WNBA, and not everyone is prepared for that change. You may be asking yourself, why would anyone boo someone for being great at their job?
Alyssa Thomas came out once again talking about the negativity that Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans have been spreading this entire season, and here is what she had to say. She said, honestly, it's been a lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments like I have from the Indiana Fever fan base. It's unacceptable, honestly. There's no place for it. We come to play basketball for our job, and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's the Fever checking their fans or this league checking them. There's no time for it anymore.
This is about the future of women's basketball, not just one player or one record. Are you prepared to see how far a rabbit hole will go? I promise you that things are going to get really fascinating.
Once again, we're seeing with these players who are coming out and speaking out against Caitlin Clark fans, Fever fans. I've covered it multiple times on this show. Angel Reese has said things. The co-owner of the Atlanta Dream has said things. Cheryl Swoops have said things. Dejanay Carrington have said things. A lot of people have called out Caitlin Clark fans and Fever fans and said that they are nasty and all that they do is spread hate, but all of them are focusing on what is going on social media. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we cannot control what people say on social media when they are hiding behind a screen.
Hold on tight, because we're about to reveal why the WNBA is trembling due to Clark's rapid rise. Why is it making some people feel so uneasy that a rookie was able to boost her team's attendance from 1,800 to an incredible 177,000?
Caitlin Clark, the Fever head coach, the WNBA commissioner, and the WNBA PA, and multiple other people within the WNBA have all come out and said that they are against hate, they are against racism, they have denounced fans acting in this sort of way. So I don't understand why Alyssa is once again calling for action from the Fever team and from the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark's journey from collegiate superstar to WNBA rookie has been nothing short of spectacular. She isn't just playing the game, she is transforming it. Her influence on attendance and viewership is unparalleled, and while everyone is talking, not all of the conversation is good.
Faced at the professional level and voiced frustration with the league's officiating, recently telling reporters, quote, I feel like I'm getting hammered and everybody is physical with me, and opponents get away with things that other people don't get away with. That's what Caitlin Clark said.
And you might be wondering why everyone wouldn't be happy about getting more attention and admirers. Well, that's where things get difficult, since some well-known players are feeling the heat and aren't afraid to voice their worries.
And because of her box office attraction, it's generating more eyeballs to the WNBA product, therefore more revenue for the WNBA product. Don't you think y'all are going to benefit from that too? Look at the big picture. That's what I was talking about when I was talking about it this morning on my day job, First Take on ESPN, every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. A rising tide raises all boats.
Consider Cheryl Swoops as an example. It's like watching an experienced professional try to put a rookie in her place. But is it really about playing style, or is there something else going on? She has been a vocal critic of Clark, frequently avoiding even mentioning her name. Swoops has voiced doubts about Clark's ability to succeed, implying that her style wouldn't last in the league.
Cheryl Swoops and how she has been a certified Caitlin Clark hater for about a year now. Up until now, she has not been able to say anything nice about Caitlin Clark, nor has she been able to even speak her name. So for this specific game against the Fever, they replaced her with another WNBA legend, Nancy Lieberman.
Angel Reese, who has been eager to remind everyone that there are other players in the league as well, comes next. Reese implied that supporters ought to acknowledge the contributions of other players as well. It's as though she's telling them to remember us.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
But here's the really bad part. Even though some veterans are complaining, the number of people attending Indiana Fever has increased dramatically. From a mere 1,800 2 years ago to an average of 177,000 this season. It's not just an increase, it's a revolution.
If Caitlin Clark is the quote-unquote savior, if she's the golden girl, milk it. If I remember correctly, Caitlin Clark signed a $28 million endorsement deal. When nobody in the WNBA getting that, nobody's gotten that yet but her. Angel Wilson is the superstar in the NBA, in the WNBA. She's a two-time champion. This girl is legit. She's the real deal. And those kind of endorsements and all of that stuff ain't come her way.
And it goes beyond seats and bums. Additionally, TV viewing is skyrocketing. With over 1 million viewers, a game with Clark blew other games out of the water. Clark is performing a show that people can't help but watch in addition to playing basketball.
These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan.
It's been a good season.
They cannot have fucked this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they tried.
You may be wondering what Clark is saying about all of this drama, but she's taking the high road. Clark acknowledged the negativity, but kept her eyes on the big picture, saying, "I'll take that because look where women's basketball is." People are talking about women's basketball that you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball.
The stuff toward her is petty and jealous. And the thing I love about her, she never says a word.
What is actually happening here, then? Is it merely a matter of basketball abilities? Or is there something more going on? Are we seeing a changing of the guard in the WNBA? And if so, why are some players so opposed to this change?
Caitlin Clark was going to get eyeballs whether she played against Angel Reese in LSU or not, because we had not seen anything like this before. Her style of play.
You may believe that this is solely a basketball issue, but there is much more going on here. The answer may surprise you. How did one rookie's success lead to discussions about racial equality, compensation, and representation in women's sports?
She's going to face a level of racism from black players, and she's going to face a level of hostility from lesbian players because she's not on team LGBTQ. She's a Catholic. She's got some boyfriend. She's going to walk into an extremely hostile environment.
Let's be honest. Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA has been like a tornado striking a tiny town. In addition to altering the game, she's bringing to light some long-simmering, deep-rooted problems that are now blasting into the public eye because of her extraordinary talent.
The difference, this is what you pointed out, and I think this is real, and it's the real difference between men and women at our core. The women will be very jealous, and that, I think, is going to be a monster problem. I hope they get over it for the winning. Guys like to win, even if they're not the star. Well, great, we'll get a championship. Well, everybody jump on Michael Jordan's back. Everybody jump on Larry Bird's back. I don't know if that'll happen with Caitlin Clark.
Let's start by discussing the elephant in the room race. You would think that by 2024, we would have moved past this, but you're mistaken. Veteran player Alyssa Thomas revealed shocking information when she said, "In my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments like I have from the Indiana Fever fanbase. It's unacceptable, that's not just a red flag, that's a 5-alarm fire." What's happening here is that some fans are feeling so threatened by Clark's success that they're turning to racial attacks.
And mind you guys, from the discourse that I have seen on social media, from the comments that I have seen under my videos, a lot of the Indiana Fever fans or Caitlin Clark fans that you speak of are no longer going to watch the WNBA now that the Indiana Fever are out. So Alyssa Thomas is probably not going to have to worry about them anymore. There's going to be a significant amount of less fans watching the WNBA now that Caitlin is no longer in the picture. And so that is the point that I'm really not understanding in all of this, and I feel like it's been such a pattern throughout the entire season.
However, it doesn't end there. Since Clark is bringing in millions of viewers, selling out arenas, and essentially appending the WNBA, her popularity has sparked a whole new dialogue about equal pay in women's sports. Now, everyone is asking if she can do this, and if all the players shouldn't get paid more. It's as if Clark unintentionally opened Pandora's box of wage debates.
It feels like there are still certain people within the WNBA who want the league to grow, but they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that, because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part of it.
Additionally, there is the matter of Angel Reese's representation. It's like Clark's spotlight is so bright that it's casting shadows on everyone else. But the question is, should we blame Clark for being good, or should we blame the system for not paying enough attention to other talented players? Another star player hit us with this singer, and they're watching me too.
Because with Caitlin comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people who are not nice.
You know what's absurd? Some individuals find Clark's success quite unsettling. It's as if she's reflecting the entire women's sports industry, and not. Everyone is pleased with what they see, but other fans are complaining, and all of a sudden, everyone has an opinion about women's basketball.
I wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference and every interview that she did with reporters and anytime she did any media, if she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting, the death threats that she was getting, the stalking allegations that she was getting, if she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place, it's a lot. And so it's not just Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans. It is not all going in one direction.
However, this is where things start to get truly intriguing. Not only is Clark altering the game on the court, but she is also altering the discourse surrounding women's sports in general. Her accomplishment is making people face some harsh realities about representation of equality and the importance of women's athletics. What does all of this signify for the WNBA's future, then? Is this merely a brief upheaval, or are we seeing the beginning of a new era in women's sports? How will the league respond to these mounting issues?
There are Sky fans, I'm going to say fans because I don't know if they're fans or if they're trolls, who live online just waiting for somebody to say something about Caitlin or say something about the Indiana Fever, and they go after them. And another time that I'm going to bring up once again, because I think it's just such a blatantly obvious example of a point that if you want to stick up for your fellow WNBA players, this would be the time to do it.
While everyone is preoccupied discussing how Clark is dominating, the true question is, how is she using all of this drama to fuel her game? The answer could permanently alter our perception of resilience in sports.